Alright, I'm gonna keep it a book. Dragon Ball Legends is actually starting to become very boring. Um, Now by boring, I mean by a lot of things. This game is starting to become more of like a chore than an actual game. The game is actually starting to become less enjoyable. And this game, it has so many bad moments that it kind of feels like, what's the point of playing a game that just always have bad moments? Like even during times where the moments are supposed to be good, it's still somehow bad. Um Now you're going to be seeing Dragon Ball Legends a lot less on this channel. I'm just gonna let you guys know, unless something serious is happening in the game that I have to rush over and show you guys this, which most likely will not happen. There really won't be much Dragon Ball Legends content, but in this video, I'm just gonna be talking about the reasons why Dragon Ball Legends is getting boring, and it's just going to be talking, like just really talking about really why this is all, why this game is it's starting to lose interest. Yeah, I'm starting to lose interest in this game. But let's just get to talking about it. Where do I even begin? Starting off with the fact that really this game is actually starting to become boring. It's getting to the point where you summon on a broken character comes out, you summon on the character, you try to get him. Once you get the character, bam, you dominate PvP. Like it's that's like the boring part. Like if you get the best character in the game, you don't even need anybody else. Just get the best character in the game and just mega juice the best character, and then you don't even need anybody else. Just summon for that guy, dominate PvP, and wait until the next broken character comes out. And being a meta slave is a choice. If you want to be a meta slave, that's on you. If you don't want to be a meta slave, that's what you don't want to be. But the biggest problem is the fact that when a meta is so bad, it kind of feels like you have to be a meta slave. Like, if we take Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Goku is like so broken that even if you don't want to summon for him, the game it's so unenjoyable, and he's so broken that it's like, bro, I have to summon on this guy. Like I don't want him. I never even planned on summoning for him, but because I basically can't play the game without the guy, I have to summon for him. I have to. And then speaking of summoning, like summoning, it has its good moments, but it has its bad moments. But it's mostly the bad moments, because this is a gacha game. At the end of the day, most of this game is literally RNG. Most of the game is RNG. Summoning, it's literally luck. Rising rushes or whatever, it's luck. Overdrives, it's luck. Clashes, it's luck. Like, it requires luck to be good at this game most of the time, and there's only just like that little bit of skill you need to really, really be good at this game. Because I'm not saying this game doesn't require doesn't require any skill, but sometimes Legends could be dropping crazy broken characters that even if you're probably the worst player in Legends history, if you got the new best character in the game, I'm sure you could get pretty decently high in PvP. And that's the sad part. That it requires no skill, no thinking, no brain power to get high in rank. Like, we go into PvP, and let's look at like the number one player right now. The team he's using, look at this. Like, you're going to sit here and tell me this team isn't toxic? First of all, to even get these stars, you need to spend hundreds of thousands of crystals. Like, in total, this team probably took hundreds of thousands. Maybe even 500,000 crystals in total. Maybe more, maybe less, I don't know. And the sad thing is, from now until like March, This might be like the only team you'll see in PvP. Like, not even the only team. This character here, you will only see him in PvP. And that's why Legends as a whole is actually starting to become pretty boring. Because every single time you play a match, you will always see this guy, or you will always see this guy. You will always see either them individually or you will see them together. Most times it's together because they're like peanut butter and jelly. They work like perfectly well with each other. Like, obviously individually they're freaking insane. But together it's like mixing fire with more fire. It becomes more destructive. Exactly what this duo is. Together they're more destructive. You have both of these guys. PvP is a breeze. It's a piece of cake. It's like making yourself a bowl of cereal. It's that easy if you have these two characters. But I was really on the topic of summoning. The problem with this game and releasing broken characters, because the most dangerous duo in the game trio in the game, is not giving us enough chrono crystals, plus dropping a broken character, plus making the summoning rates absolutely terrible. Hold on, let me go on mute right quick. I gotta go do something. So I have to go talk to my mother really quickly. But like I was saying, most dangerous trio in the game. Not giving enough crystals, dropping a crazy broken character, and then the summoning rates being crazy low. I know, again, it's a gacha game. This game is based off luck. So obviously, they don't want to make the characters have a 60% chance of getting. Otherwise, there's no, like, oh my gosh, am I going to get the character? Oh my gosh, I'm nervous. If it's like a 60% chance, you're hopping into the banner with, like, okay, I'm pretty much going to get the character. Like, I'm sure I'm going to get the character. So I understand they want to make the rates low. But they make the rates, like, super low. There should be no reason people are spending, like, 100,000 crystals and not even getting a singular copy of the new character. There should be no reason. I maybe understand if they spend 15,000 crystals and they don't get anything. Like, I wouldn't say like anything, but I will understand if they spend 15,000, 20,000 crystals and didn't get the new character. That's just maybe understandable. But anything more than like 40K, like 30K, is where, like, okay, Legends, what are you doing? Because to get 20,000 and 30,000 crystals, you need to save for like 2 to 3 months. And that's if you consistently grind. Like at least half an hour to an hour a day. Just straight getting crystals. And that's how you do that every day, 24/7. That's how you're going to get 30,000 crystals. By constantly grinding this game 24/7 for 2 months, 3 months. And then the sad thing is, if you don't get the character, all of that stuff goes down the drain. All the time you spent grinding, all the freaking resources you have to spend, all of that stuff goes down the drain. And now guess what? You're left with no character, no crystals, and despair. And again, when the game is starting to become more like a chore than an actual game, there's tons of stuff the game needs to fix. Literally, the only thing I do regarding this game is log on. I log on to the game. I maybe see what's happening in the news. I look in my gift box and see if there's any other ways to get CC so I can summon. Literally, only thing I do in the game is find ways to get crystals so I can summon. I realistically spend not even an hour playing this game. I don't. Back then, I would probably spend 2 to 3 hours just playing this game. Now, I can't even spend an hour, not even 30 minutes doing it because of how unenjoyable it is. PvP is a living hell right now. And that is the main thing about this game. The main two things about this game is summoning and playing PvP. Without those two, there's no Dragon Ball Legends. I'm being so honest. Without those two, there is no Dragon Ball Legends. Because this is a mobile PvP game. This is a mobile PvP game. To play PvP, you need characters. Specifically, very good characters to even compete. But really, I think the main thing that's making this game very boring is the fact that you don't have anything broken, you can't play. If you don't like this game's main purpose is to take your money. That's the main purpose. That's why they don't drop a lot of CC. That's why they make the rate super low. That's why the game is always having these dry periods and drop broken characters. Because you think they didn't mean to drop Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta right after we got 2 Ultras? No, they meant to do that. Because nobody had the CC to summon for Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Literally nobody. I guarantee. I guarantee. Not a singular person had 15,000 CC for Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta unless you're paid to win. And that's the sad part. You need to be paid to win. You need to spend money on a game, and that money could have been used for anything more important. Groceries, gym memberships. Heck, maybe even give yourself something that's not in a game. Something that you can use for years. 5 years from now, this game is done. Everything in this game is ending. There won't be any more Dragon Ball Legends. This game is gone after 5 years. But really, you have to spend hard-earned money on a mobile game to even have the chance of getting the character. And once you don't get that character, literally, the amount of money you spent literally is gone. You get nothing. The developers don't care because they barely see the money. Because Legends is getting like millions of dollars at least a day or like a week. They don't see that you spend hundreds of dollars on this game. They don't see that. They see the big money. They see the millions. So you spending money on this game, it doesn't benefit anybody but you if you get the character. And even then, it's really no point because power creep. I spent money on Kaioken Goku. He's not even top 30 in the game right now. He's not top 25, I'll say. I spent money, at least $50 to $100 on a character that's not even usable. Spending money on this game, it's useless. And the fact that that's the requirement for you to play the game, it's sad. It's sad. The meta is so boring because you have everybody literally putting in their credit cards. That's the main reason people are getting this high in PvP. It doesn't require any skill in this game at all. There's no skill that goes into this game. There's no skill. There's really no skill in clicking cards. Really. There's no skill in clicking cards. There's none. There's no skill in it. Literally, if you put in your credit card and you get the character, that's all you need. You don't need to learn combos and other bullcrap. As long as you get the character and at least understand what they can do, you need no brain power, no skill. You just need to click cards and you win the game. You can make the dumbest plays imaginable, but you can still win the match because guess what? You're using the best character in the dang game. I know every game is going to have their bad moments. There isn't a singular game that is always good. We thought Sparking Zero was going to be the freaking best Dragon Ball game for years, and literally just a month or two later, the game is not even played that much anymore. Currently, no one is talking about Sparking Zero. Nobody. Dragon Ball Fighter Z is having even more talk. It's even having more, I would say, having more of the audience than Sparking Zero is having. Because Sparking Zero is forgotten. It's gone. So I'm not saying that every game I'm not saying that this game should always have good moments. I'm not saying that. But even in this game's good moments, it's bad. You're going to sit here and tell me for part 2 of the festival, you drop another Gohan and then decide to turn your brain off and just make him do everything. His blue card, even before revival, nullifies endurance. He has an AoE green card. Why does he even revive? I just realized, why does he even revive? I mean, I get it, but like, he didn't die. He didn't. Some revival characters don't even die. Like, Gohan never died. He didn't. What other revival characters? What other ones? Because I'm not including characters, like, I'm not including Pikkon and Super Gogeta, because it's going from Pikkon to Gogeta, so he didn't die. But who else? Who else? Revival UI Sign Goku and this Goku, I'm going to give them a pass. Because one of them got caught in a spirit bomb and turned UI, so that's good for a revival. And this one, he basically quote unquote died, but brought himself back to life. So technically, that's a good revival. This guy is just why he's reviving. I don't know why. He's more of a transforming character than a revival. My point is Legends is becoming boring because of the fact that they aren't doing anything to change meta or anything of the sorts. How do you manage to not give 3 characters their buffs? How do you manage to make the most pay-to-win thing in the game even more pay-to-win? How do you manage to fumble a character? No, not fumble a character. How do you manage to make your own character get power crept in the same celebration? Super Gogeta does not get used that much anymore because he is easily replaced with the Ultra. Now, if you don't have the Ultra, that's a different story. But if you do, you don't need Super Gogeta. He's never going to be used again for a long time, if not ever. Until he maybe gets an equipment or a Zenkai, but who knows how long that will be. I love this game. I really do. I did love this game. And I will still play this game every now and then. But for right now, I need a break. And if this game doesn't get better soon, I might have to quit. Like, actually. Those other times I was saying I might have to quit Legends because of this and this, the game is getting boring and all that. Then I'll come back to the game 4 days later because I want to make videos on this game. More. But eventually, there's going to be the time where I have no interest in playing this game anymore. Because it's the same thing. It's the same thing. You go into PvP with the new character, you click cards, you win. That's the game. That's literally the entire game. Like, I know they're adding stuff. They're adding more things to the game, more UI changes and stuff like that. So maybe this game will be more than just clicking cards in the near future. But there's no guarantee. Because I'm not going to sit here and make it seem like I've been playing this game for 3 years. So clearly clicking cards is enjoyable to me. But it's getting boring. It's really getting boring. Back then, the game was fun. If you didn't have the new character, the game was still playable. Believe it or not, even if you didn't have Ultra Vegito Blue, the game was still playable. If you didn't have Ultra Gogeta Blue, the game was still playable. If you didn't have Rosé, the game was still playable. Hot takes I'm throwing out, but it's true. Heck, If you didn't have Ultra UI Sign Goku, the game was kind of playable. But that's if you only had Red Beast Gohan. But now, you don't have Super Saiyan 2 Gohan or Goku, pack it up. Don't play the game anymore. Because you're not going to win any matches. You're not. Like respectfully, you're not going to win any matches. Because in this meta, or in any toxic meta, it's not even about what you want. It's about what you need and how you're going to survive. Or else you can just not play the game. Which is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm not going to play this game. It's boring. And it's becoming repetitive. And it's problems on problems on problems. I don't want to spend hundreds of dollars on this game. I don't want to. I already learned my mistakes from Mortal Kombat. I spent $200 on that game. The difference is, if you spend money on Mortal Kombat, you're actually going to get something. You're getting the character. And you're going to be able to use them. In this game, you spend $20, you're getting something to only give you a chance of getting the character. Comparing this game to Squadra, in Squadra, you don't need to spend money in this game. I mean, you don't need to spend money in Squadra. All you have to do is grind. And the difference is, it's fun to grind in Squadra. It's fun to grind. Because to grind in Squadra, you have to play the main part of the game. In Legends, to grind crystals, you have to play some of the most boring events known to man. Who do you know in Legends actually has fun playing co-op? Nobody. Nobody has fun playing co-op. Nobody has fun grinding towers. It's boring. But the only reason you do it is because you want that CC. In Squadra, you probably are playing the game just to have fun. But secretly, you're gaining stuff from it. Like, why can't Legends just go back to where it was actually enjoyable? Maybe things will change. And I believe it will change. I don't know if I'm going to be there for when it changes. Because by the time, I probably would have fully forgot about this game. I guarantee, if I don't play this game until June, I guarantee, if I don't play this game from now to maybe June, I will forget about this game. I will actually forget about this game. But, yeah. Dragon Ball Legends is getting boring, and I'm taking a very long break off this game. I don't know how long the break is going to be. I'm telling you, it might become a month. I'm not taking a break off YouTube, but I'm taking a break off this game. The next time you might see me play this game is somewhere in February. And if I'm feeling like it, maybe somewhere in March. But I'm not going to be playing this game this month. And depending on how this game is, I might not be playing this game next month. Because I find no interest in this game whatsoever right now. It's boring, it's repetitive, it's toxic. No point of playing at all. Not to mention the Zenkai that dropped. Freaking hate it. He's trash. I'm going to just say it. You might think he's just mid at best. I used him. He does no damage. His blue card is the only thing that does damage, and that doesn't even do that much damage, at least when I used him. And I double Zenkai buffed him with support, so I don't know what's happening. But, yeah, guys, that's the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one for a Squadra video, because I do want to grind some Squadra, because Super Vegito, Super Saiyan Bardock, and Kelpha is coming out for Season 3. And I'm going to be getting my boy Super Vegito. We're going to be using him. We're going to see what he can do. And yeah, I'll see you guys on Dragon Ball Squadron. Have a good one, guys, and peace.